So perhaps you've noticed that cash flow is just a little bit tight in today's market. What about if we could show you a way that you can triple your rents? Wouldn't that put some money in your back pocket? Well, I'm joined today by property investor Steve Goodey, and he's going to talk you through a strategy that he's devised to do just that. This is really exciting stuff, and stuff you need to know and be applying for 2008. Join me as I speak to Steve about rent by rooms. Steve, hello and welcome to Richmastery TV.
Hi.
Thank you very much for joining us today. So, Steve, before we get started on the rent by room strategy, tell us just a little bit about yourself. Where did you come from and how did you get into property?
Well, I got into investment property 5 or 6 years ago now. I bought a really horrible 3-bedroom property in Lower Hutt, did a bit of titillating and a little bit of renovation to it, and sold it a short time later and made a fairly nice profit. And I looked at that profit and looked at my annual salary at that point and decided that there was probably a change in the air. So I went into property investment at a fair rate of knots.
So what was it you were doing before you got into property then?
I was selling stuff as well. I was selling TVs. I was a store manager for Noel Leemings.
Okay.
Everybody started somewhere, right?
Yeah. And what was it that made you think that property might be a better option for you? Was there a particular turning point for you?
It was just the money, really. I mean, I could tell you that there was some great strategy in place and that I love property and one thing or another, and I do, but really it's the easiest way for a young and new generation to make a lot of money really quickly. And I just yearned to have the lifestyle and the choices and the abilities to do the things that I do now that sort of an income could generate for you. And plus I was never really one for having a job and having it for 20 or 30 years. It just bored the heck out of me. I really much rather buy a property, put a strategy to that property and treat it like a campaign. And 3 months, 6 months, 2 years later, it's finished and you're on to the next thing.
On to the next one.
And it's continually new and interesting that way.